dawn at Harrow School. The boys are mostly still asleep, with the exception of those whose names have been entered in the punishment book. They must report to Ralph Thompson, known as Custos. Boys are put on Custos' report for being untidy or inappropriately dressed.
Wheeler.
Sir?
Who put you on report?
Mr. Barry, sir.
For what?
For having my top button undone, sir.
So the top button's undone now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, isn't it? And where's your hat?
Do I need my hat, sir?
Of course you need your hat. I'll let you off this time, but tomorrow you bring your hat.
Thanks very much.
Alright? Thank you. You have a good day.
Bye, sir. Good day to you, sir.
Sometimes it's true that school teachers appear to be pretty petty, and that's a pity if that's how they come across. But on the other hand, there is another important golden rule that's worth bearing in mind, and that sometimes if you make a fuss about the small things, the big problems don't come your way.
This is my number one man. Dashwood. Right, this is your last one? Yep.
The boys must report to Custos on 3 consecutive mornings between 7:30 and 8:20.
2, 3, 1. You're trying to beat your man.
No, I'm not, sir.
Nobody beats Storman.
No, I don't think
Nobody.
Early morning rising is one of the boys' least favourite punishments.
No.
Right, away you go. Have a nice day.
Cheers, Custos.
Yes, you're late.
You're just 22 now.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thanks a lot.
That's 3 schoolboys disciplined, and all before breakfast. The early shift of the catering staff is already preparing for lunch. Over the next 12 hours, the kitchens will serve 2,600 hot meals to staff and boys. All on a budget of just £2.30 per boy per day. Acting in loco parentis for 800 teenage boys, Harrow must offer guidance and discipline to encourage behaviour befitting an English gentleman.
A small number of pupils, of course, have to be pushed into behaving properly, and that's where the punishment system comes in. We haven't got corporal punishment, but I mean, I wouldn't, particularly approve of corporal punishment anyway. And I suspect that in the past, school teachers overreacted and punished pupils more than was necessary.
In centuries past, boys were birched for offences like leaning from windows and walking in the road. One headmaster flogged 500 boys in the course of his career. But caning at Harrow stopped in 1987.
The naughtiest thing I've done here, that I'm willing to tell you about, would probably be sneaking out on Saturday night.
And if a pupil is absolutely straight and says, yeah, it's true, I've been out overnight, then that's rather different from someone who lies through his teeth day after day.
There's a fairly good formula to go out and get away with it, that you can sneak out after evening bell at about 8 o'clock, run down to this tube station carefully avoiding your teachers.
I mean, I would hate to punish very severely a boy who has committed one crime once.
We, being senior, responsible chaps, were allowed a glass of wine each or whatever. And I was serving, so I had a few more than one.
You go clubbing or whatever, and then go to a nice all-night restaurant, have a couple of espressos to wake you up.
Then Owen Clark was away from his house on an official school outing.
Being, not a very experienced drinker and everything, I'd had enough to make me feel quite tipsy.
Then get the first tube back, jump over the wall, climb in the first floor window, then go and crash and get some sleep.
Obviously something had gone wrong, because the door was locked.
Above the door is 30-foot high netting.
First of all, it occurred to me that I could climb over. So I slung my rucksack on my shoulders and jumped up above the door and tried climbing up this netting until I got to the top, and then couldn't rip the string netting off. Mr. Collins says this, he's going to kill me. Anyway, yeah, and I couldn't get the string netting off the top. So eventually I climbed back down again, and then just spent 20 minutes throwing stones at people's windows until someone got so annoyed that they stood up and opened their window and I said, come and open the door. So they let me in.
By mid-morning in the Harrow School kitchens, things are coming to the boil. On the menu today is lasagna. It's a favourite with the boys, who between them eat 1,000 kilos of meat a week. Headmaster Barnaby Lennon believes that where classwork is involved, punishment must be outweighed by praise. He still finds time to teach 8 geography lessons a week. Today's lesson deals with industrial regeneration in northern England.
Now, Nick, if you want to make a donkey move, what are the 2 ways you do that?
So you can there's push and pull factors. So the push are the stick, and
You can hit it with a stick.
and then you get the pull, which is the carrot. You can
Put the
pull it
carrot,
into
dangle the can in front of its nose.
Yes, sir.
All
Pull
right.
it
So,
into the area.
so what relevance has that got to the northeast of England then?
It's now less than 1 hour till lunch for 800 hungry boys. The weekly shopping list includes 500 loaves of bread, 2,500 eggs and 3,500 pints of milk.
Today we're having bacon tart and custard. So this is custard for 800. We don't want lumps. We don't do lumpy custards.
Central to Harrow's carrot and stick motivation policy are daily meetings between housemasters and boys. The boys bring good work to be praised by housemaster Rob Collins, or get explanations ready if things are going wrong.
Graham there. Graham Wilkins? No? Shut the door, will you, Rupert? Just shut the door briefly. Now, chaps, where should you have been yesterday at 11 o'clock? You were at Mass?
Yeah.
You made it? Because Father Andrew doesn't think you were there.
I was.
Right. And you, of course, had the day off, but...
My parents were here, sir, and I couldn't exactly tell them to leave, so
Okay. Did they know that you were supposed to be elsewhere?
yes,
And you sort of forgot?
yeah,
Okay. Well, look, will you write a letter of apology to...
I'm going to chapel tomorrow morning.
Write a letter.
Okay.
Fine. I'll send him a note saying you were there.
Yes, sir.
And when you see him, you will be very charming to him, won't you?
Yes.
Okay. Right, okay, off you go, chaps, but get that letter in. So.
Yes, sir.
Yellow forms record discipline problems. Masters, known as beaks, simply write the word spew on poor classwork.
You got them double?
Sir.
Who for?
Mr. Hammond, sir.
And what for?
I ran into him.
That's a novel one. How did you do that?
Harrow's double is the punishment most school children know as lines.
Get the next one.
I was the first person in the whole school last year to get double, because Mr. music teacher's left now, who I hated. He was playing his trumpet and a stupid noise came out and the whole class laughed. For some reason he blamed it on me and I got 200 double.
So did you knock him over, or?
No, so I just ran into him and he thought I was messing about.
Lucky it wasn't an older beak.
Yes, sir.
But you weren't, you were just late.
No, I was late.
All right. Keep yourself a bit better organised, and then you went and run into the beaks, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I generally think that double is a stupid punishment because it's a complete waste of time. You have to sort of do 40 letters a line, and some really stupid teachers, or really boring ones. You actually count how many letters you've done. If you haven't done 40, they'll send it back, which is so sad.
It's 10 minutes to 1. All the boys are ready to come in very soon. All the counters are ready to go. All the food's ready.
Can we go through the SKU book for this week, please? How many criminals have we got this week?
There's quite a few, actually.
Sit down, sir.
Drury's housemaster, David Ellery, delegates some of the discipline of junior boys to prefects in the upper sixth.
A for Johnson.
His head of house, Charlie Allman Brown, admits he had the occasional lapse himself.
I don't think I've been caught doing much, that's the thing. I've been quite sly about what I've been doing here and there. But, you know, just the odd beer here, the odd beer there, mostly.
House punishments include delivering morning papers or helping matron with dirty laundry.
Yeah. Okay, I've skied you both for missing job without asking my permission. You both saw me before lunch.
Yeah. Sorry.
And you didn't even ask. Okay, so it's not funny. So you're both on sheets. So please be there 7:20 with matron. Cheers.
20 plus, you have to be there at 20 plus.
20 plus. Send Marlon, please.
Yeah, okay. Hey Mike, you.
More serious issues, like boys caught smoking behind the sports hall, are tackled downstairs in the housemaster's study.
You've both got 3 weeks hard labour down in the dining hall. So that will involve you reporting to the dining hall at 5 to 7 every morning. You need to be aware that if you're caught smoking again, or you're involved in any other major school rule, then that's going to get you into really serious trouble. In terms, then your future in the school will come in doubt. So I've written to your parents. Now I don't know if you've spoken to your parents or not, but those letters will arrive on their doormats tomorrow morning. If you're smoking to be cool and have a big image, it doesn't work, because people don't think you're cool by smoking.
Yeah, Mike, you got done for in bed late, deliberately disobedience. And it's happened before in the term. You know, I've caught you, several others have caught you, so please don't do it. It's bad form. So, paper duty for a week. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Housemaster David Ellery is also a Premiership football referee with a reputation for strictly enforcing the rules.
There's quite a lot of parallels between me as a referee and me as a housemaster. In the same way I believe on a football field, that if things are strictly controlled, the negative is dealt with and reduced. And so if boys are not being bullied, not being given a hard time, are discouraged strongly from misbehaving, they focus their energies on doing positive things as an individual and as a group.
As a housemaster, David Ellery faces problems you certainly wouldn't see on the football pitch.
The portrait of me working at my desk was actually painted by one of the senior boys when I first became housemaster, and there's quite a nice story behind that. He was actually the first boy I ever rusticated or suspended, because on Saturday nights his girlfriend would come and visit him and in the early hours of the morning climb into his room, and one Sunday morning matron found them together. And when I interviewed the boy, I said, well, this can't happen. He said, well, I just can't stop my girlfriend coming to see me, sir. So I summoned the girlfriend and said, he's likely to be expelled. So that stopped her visits. Unfortunately, it didn't kill the romance, because they're subsequently married, now have one child with a second one on the way. So perhaps I was rather a good contraceptive when they were here, but since then the romance has flourished.
Housemasters refer serious disciplinary problems to a senior beak, Harrow's undermaster, Ross Beckett.
The sort of things that I see boys for: cigarettes, drinking illegally, breaking bounds, and in some rare cases, bullying.
There are no innocent bystanders. Some of you may say, hey, you know, I saw what was going on, but I didn't get involved. Each of you is responsible to making a difference in the atmosphere at Herald. And if you
bullying or other serious offences result in rustication when boys are sent home for 3 or 4 days.
A boy who is rusticated, of course, is should see this as a severe warning as to his future behaviour. And of course we can't go on rusticating boys. A boy who is rusticated had better watch his step.
Well, certainly requiring a pupil to leave the school is one of the most difficult things that any head teacher, of course, has to do. I can't say that I've required many pupils to leave Harrow, but the small number that I required to leave the school last year were all boys who basically were either unable to work or unable to behave. They'd been offered plenty of warnings, and in the end I was quite sure they would be far happier at an alternative school, because they just hadn't settled here.
Put the sheets down. Let's see if we can do the first 2 verses from memory.
This term's major inter-house singing contest, known as the Gleason 12s, is about to take place. The boys have been practicing for weeks. Previous winners, the Park, hoped that singing in German might win them the prize, provided they can remember the words.
We lost it on those last two lines.
Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Galileo.
Park's arch rivals, Drury's House, are gambling that their choice of song, Bohemian Rhapsody, will impress the judge and win them the competition.
Galileo, Galileo, Figaro, where did he go? I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy.
On occasions like the grand singing final, the school breaks its own rules and lets the boys stay up late. In his last year at the Park, Housemaster Rob Collins hopes his boys will win. But all 11 Harrow houses are competing, and first on stage are the Park's strongest rivals, Drury's.
A little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Figaro, where did he go? I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, where in his life from his one prodigy. Bismillah, no, we will not let you go, let me go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, let me go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, let me go. We will not let you go, let me go. We will not let you go, let me go. See our true colors shining through nothing but blue. You've got to do something to get in the mood. Once I can think of the right opportunity, I shall let me get on with it. When you're in love, or irritating of the need of that horn, I know I would wear out together, dancing to me and the boys and our pitches in the park. I think with that song, he's done as if no mess, but instead, wah wah, each boy gets bigger in their cut by all the glowing ganzen Mann. Mein Weib und ich, ihr Mann. Ich schlief an meiner Seite ein, ich liebte wie ein Kind sie ein.
The Park song seems to have gone well with the outside adjudicator. But Harrow's bending of the bedtime regulations is taking its toll on the first years as they await the final verdict.
And it now gives me great pleasure to announce the results tonight. In first place, and I think they deserve the prize they're going to get, the Park.